Hi, Rick here from Marvel Models, your friendly local game store. So in this week's a Warhammer roundup for pre-orders. So we'll start off with pre-orders going on pre-order this Saturday, 10 AM. It's a huge Age of Sigmar pre-order. So this is all the models from the cities of Sigmar. It's a huge list. I'm not going to go through it because there's so many items. There's also lots of books as well. So you can check out 10 AM this Saturday for those pre-orders. Right, currently on pre-order, so releasing this Saturday. So we are now shipping out the pre-orders for this Saturday. It was the Horus Heresy ones. It was the battle group, but also there was the Dreadnought and the Mark III Space Marines were available separately as well. Now, the battle group I had actually sold out, but I have managed to get a small number back in. So if you do want one of these, I would get it ordering on now, because I don't know how long these will be available for. If, like in the past when they had Titanicus battle groups, they were available for a very short time, and then when they were gone, they were gone. So check that out. So if you order online, we could be shipping this out now, so you get it for Saturday, or certainly you can do collect in store, or you can just basically pop in and we may still have some left. So that is going release for this weekend. On pre-order now, as in was on pre-order last Saturday, but releasing next Saturday was the Necromunda releases. So you had the new campaign book, the new Ash Wastes,
Arachnorigs.
thank you, Marcello, and that Arachnorigs, and there was a couple of books as well. So that's what's currently on pre-order just now. Next, Combatville. Remember, Combatville, November 4th. If you're not already signed up and you want to come along, then please get signed up. We're about halfway through the tickets now. I'll probably do a cut-off, say next Wednesday will be the sort of last point where you can actually get in. Now, I've now posted a link up in the event description, but also on the product description on our website. It's basically a link to a PDF from Games Workshop. What it does, it gives you all the missions that we'll be using, but it also gives you all the lists of all the Combat Patrol armies. So, because I've been asked a couple of times, people saying, can I just use a Combat Patrol sized army? But the way Combat Patrol works is, unfortunately, you just don't have the choice on anything. You must bring the models that comes in the Combat Patrol, and they must be loaded out also. So if you check that link, it gives you a PDF of all the armies and all the data sheets as well. So if you don't have those to hand, you can get them from there, but it will tell you all the loadouts of your army. So you can't, you can obviously make the army up for models that you have. You may not have actually bought a Combat Patrol box, but you've got all the models that come in the Combat Patrol box. So if you check out that, you can't just bring what you want. You need to bring, because they're all balanced. You know, Games Workshop have actually done a good job balancing all the different Combat Patrols so that they all play nicely together. And just one second, my assistant is getting my attention.
Also, you need to make sure the Combat Patrol, not all the models in the Combat Patrols can be used in games. Like, for example, the Custodes, you can't use the bikes and guard, it's either or. Same with the Grey Knights. You can either use the Terminators, or you can use the Knight, the Nemesis Dread Knight.
All right, okay. So basically what Marcello is saying is, although the Combat Patrol box has a selection of models in it, not all the models may be able to be used together in your list. So you might have to make a choice whether, in the case of that, you have a choice of either bringing the bikes from the Custodes box or bringing the Terminators. So definitely worth checking that. But as I say, just
all
follow.
The rules are still up on the Warhammer app for free, so you can still access those rules.
Yeah, if you're playing an army that hasn't been released on Codex now, unfortunately the Space Marine Codex has now come out. So you may, if you haven't updated your app, like I haven't updated my app, I still have access to all the rules, albeit maybe not all the rules will be up to date though. That's the problem. But
if it's Combat Patrol on the app, you can still access
all the rules.
Because some rules for Combat Patrol are different. Like the interceptors
right.
in 40k can.
Maybe should have rehearsed all this first. I just got Marcello to do the video. So what Marcello is saying, if you go onto the Warhammer app, click on Combat Patrol, all the rules for all the armies are still free, because there are subtle changes in Combat Patrol from the 40k rules. So although you've been paying 40k, like 2,000 points, you might want to double check your rules are slightly different. Because I noticed this when I last played Combat Patrol, when I was deep striking, there was something that normally deep strike within 3 inches, I think it was.
Yeah,
in Combat Patrol, Inceptors. So in Combat Patrol, the Inceptors still deep strike at 9 inches away from your enemy target. So you might just want to flesh yourself out there. But if you haven't already done so and you want to come along, then certainly get signed up now. I think that's it. We have had a good delivery from GW the other day. There was a lot of out of stock items that have come back in. Cassakins had come back in. I think there's only about 1 left though. As I mentioned earlier, I've got more of the battle groups. What else came in? Tech Marines. So if you're doing the whirlwind, twin whirlwind with Tech Marine combo,
Both
the Tech
Marines are
Marine.
gone.
Right, okay. Tech Marines
You've
had
got
come,
the
and I think they
the
have
Iron
gone.
Father character for Iron Hands. He's back in, so he's a good substitute for a Tech Marine.
All right, okay. So Iron Father you could use. But there's been quite a few out of stock items that have come back in. Oh, the War Dogs, they're back in
Heavy
stock.
Intercessors.
Heavy Intercessors are back in. Oh, do you know what? This was all fresh in my mind the other day there because I was putting all the stock out. But so if there's something that you've been looking at for a while but hasn't come back into stock, then certainly check it out. Oh, and just another note, we are still experiencing long delays in GW orders. I thought things were starting to go back to normal, but my last order took about 10 days, I think, almost, maybe more, to actually come in. So unfortunately, it kind of looks like things are not improving as far as restocking of items. So I'll do my best to keep the restocking date on the website up to scratch, but I'll be honest with you, it is literally a guess at this moment. So that's it for this week's Warhammer Roundup, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.